Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you are doing well. Before starting my lesson, I would like to give a brief recap of the previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we have discussed the shortcomings of the electricity as the energy resources, and we have discussed that electricity demand. Pakistan has a lot of the electricity demand, but we unfortunately we do not have sufficient amount of the resources. That's why we always face the lack of the electricity, and we always face the load shedding in our country. Now the government of Pakistan is taking the appropriate steps to overcome such problems. They are planning to develop the develop the energy with the help of the wind energy and the solar energy. Though there are the natural things which could help me to produce as much as the electricity we want, because they are totally free of cost, that is provided by the Allah Almighty to us, and it's a great gift of Allah Almighty to us. But the equipments and the total cost of all the tools that will be used in these production will be very high. Biogas is another method that was first used in 1974, and with the help of which we were able to develop the electricity or the energy with the help of the animal waste. Okay, so let's start today's lesson. Please open page number 52 on your book, Industries. Pakistan began with a weak industrial base, but gradually various types of the industries were set up. When the Pakistan was came into being, students, back in 14th August 1947, so there were only 2 factories in the whole country. But later on, the Pakistan has progressed a lot, and now you can see that besides the agricultural country, Pakistan is now the industrialized country too, with a very famous textile industry in our exist in Pakistan. Major industrial work took place in 1960s. Each government has encouraged the use of the local raw material and developed the cottage industries. So each government has uh, encourage that the local raw material that we is available in our country, with the use of that we can develop the huge industry. Today there are several industrial units run by the government and the private sectors. They manufacture a wide range of the products for local use and export, and provide the employment for the large section for the population. So cotton, wool and silk, as the textile industry is one of the basic industry that is found in Pakistan. So cotton, wool and silk, the cotton industry is hugely important to Pakistan. Art silk is an artificial silk. Pakistan imports art silk yarn, produces because the China silk is very famous all across the globe, so Pakistan usually import the art silk, produces significant quantity of art silk textiles and export them. There are over 9,000 looms installed throughout the country. Centers of the art silk industry is based in Karachi, Gujranwala, Multan and Faisalabad. Faisalabad is very famous for the textile industry. Let's see, this is the map of the Pakistan, and you can check out the keys. The blue scale is cotton, orange triangle is jute, red circle is woolen, and these are the others. And now you can see where they are located. Just like the Lahore, you can find the jute triangle, you can find the woolen, you can find the cotton and the other things. So usually the key is provided with the map. So when with the help of these keys, you can find where the things are located in Pakistan. Chemicals. Basic chemicals such as sulfuric acid, soda ash and caustic soda are used in many other industry. For example, sulfuric acid is used in the manufacture of the soap, paper, textile, fertilizers and iron and steel. Pakistan has a raw material to make these, so it's a chemical industries have grown over the year. So we have a lot of the chemicals here too that will be further used in the others. A number of sulfuric acid plants are in Karachi, Daud Khel, Rawalpindi and Faisalabad. Soda ash is processed at Karachi and Khyora. Caustic soda, basic chemical for the textile and the oil refining industry, is processed at Nowshera and Kala Shakagu. So you can see that this is the chemical factory and this is the smoke that is emitting out of it. Vegetable ghee and cooking oil. In 1949, there were two units producing ghee and the output was 4,000 tons because the population was very less after the this is the talk of after just 2 years Pakistan came into being, so the demand was less too. Today, there are numerous units as far as the population is increasing day by day, so the number of industrial units is increasing to meet this demand. Today, there are numerous units producing over 1023 million tons. The raw material for the cooking oil and ghee is edible oil, 75% of which has to be imported. Major centers of the ghee and oil industries are in Karachi and Nawab Shah, Rahim Yar Khan, Bahawalpur, Haripur, and Dargai. So these are the different vegetable ghee and cooking oil industries that is providing the edible oil to whole nation. Fertilizers. Natural fertilizers such as cow dung, compost and manure have always been in short supply. So our farmers have to use a chemical fertilizer because the natural fertilizer have not always been available. So they supplement fertilizers tools that the farmers use rapidly. Uh, the first two chemical fertilizers plants were built at Daud Khel and Faisalabad. There are many more fertilizers factories. However, their production is not enough to satisfy the demand. So fertilizers have to be imported. Fertilizers भी आपको import करने पड़ते हैं. During 2017 to 2018, Pakistan produced over 4,907,000 ton fertilizer. That's a huge amount. Good. Cement. In Pakistan, we have a limestone, gypsum, which are used to make cement. In 1947, there were only 5 cement factories in Pakistan. They were very less. There are now more than 25 cement factories because the demand has been increased due to increasing in the population. So that's why more factories have been developed with the passage of time. And during 2017 to 18, they produced 31 to 28,000 million tons of cement. That's a huge amount. However, our cities and towns have expanded so rapidly that more cement is required to meet their needs because our construction industry is growing rapidly. So a lot amount of the cement is also required to meet these requirement. We have to develop more factories. New construction laws after the October 2005 earthquake has also been added to the demand for more cement because the huge destruction happened back in the earthquake of the 2005, especially in the northern areas. So new parameters have been designed for them, so that's more cement has been required. Okay, that's all from today's lesson. We will be completing the chapter in our next lesson. So if you have any query regarding these, please feel free to ask. I'll be sharing your classwork right after this video. Thank you everyone.